a cold open. You don't even know who I am yet. Maybe we should just not do a cold open for this one. Yeah, let's not.
From our studios in suburban Cincinnati, this is the Ohio News with lead anchor Anthony Edelman.
Hello and welcome to the first broadcast of the Ohio News. I am lead anchor Anthony Edelman. It is my pleasure to bring you the first episode of the Ohio News. From me and all of our correspondents and other hosts of the show, we are going to do our best to bring you the true story of what is actually happening in Ohio. For years now, there's been this meme on the internet. What is actually happening in Ohio? From the back rooms to the armpit of the United States to eating cats and dogs, which I'm not going to make a racist joke in the first episode. You'll have to stick around for season 2 for racist jokes. Not yet. We're not going to do that. But nobody really knows what's happening here in Ohio. And because of that, I've taken it upon myself, as have my fellow crew here at the Ohio News, to bring you the stories, bring you the facts, and bring you all of the humor and the suave personalities that we have here in Ohio. And with all of that said, we'll go to our first story at the first episode of the Ohio News. We have senior correspondent Anthony Edelman with a really important update on what's happening in Ohio. Anthony? Thank you, Anthony. I'm here in my apartment for a very, very important task here. We're giving you a refrigerator update on what all I have in my fridge. Let's start off with the freezer first, actually. And as you can see, there's nothing in here but cold air. There has to be something more important happening in Ohio. Yeah, there's an ice machine, which is off. Starting to get worried, actually. That's all we have in the freezer. For the fridge now, the moment you've all been waiting for. It is also empty. It's actually kind of dirty, to be honest. I'm not going to touch it. It's kind of gross. Why do you not have any food? Yeah, I'm moving, so there's nothing in here. All the food has been moved out. For some reason, you wanted a fridge update, so this is the fridge update that you got. Nothing but cold air, so unfortunately, that's all I have for you. Back to you, Anthony. Thanks. I did not ask for that. I don't know who asked for that. It might have been the producers who I still haven't met. It'd be great to meet the producers someday. But nonetheless, we'll go now to our second story, which may be a bit more important. Chief Meteorologist Anthony Edelman, who has an update on the weather. Anthony? Thank you, Anthony. I'm here in sunny Ohio, where it's very, very hot. It's about 90 degrees. And I really wish I could go inside. There were some clouds earlier today. A few scattered storms pulled through the county. However, they're gone now, and it's very, very warm. And yeah, I'd like to go inside. Can I do that? Yeah, you can go inside. Thanks. Back to you. Well, thank you, Anthony. I hope you can get inside and get some air conditioning as soon as possible. Unlike the Europeans, we actually have air conditioning in Ohio. We'll go now to a quick commercial break. Don't skip it. It's a fun little ad, and I don't make any money from it. But I think you'll enjoy. See you soon.
You all know what's coming. So get Ohio Attack Insurance. Terms and conditions apply. Please read our 69,420 page long terms and conditions for all details. You may incur fees and not Ohio citizen. If you are from the FBI, please be advised this is a joke. Prepare with Ohio for Ohio.
Welcome back. I'm now ready to go to our junior correspondent, Anthony Edelman, who has an update on his Civilization 5 game, which I think you'll enjoy, and see if the Ohioans can, in fact, conquer the world. Anthony?
Hey guys, welcome to my Civ game here. I'm playing as Siam, so it's kind of like Ohio. They're a very valiant country which fights hard. They're the only Asian country to not be colonized by the Europeans, except for Japan and Korea. So, little fun fact for you there. I right here have lots of nice modern tanks to conquer the world. Very, very important as an Ohioan. I've invaded the Polynesians as well for their nice coastal real estate. And over here we have the Dutch, who are friendly but also pretty weak. They're they're literally making ships to beg on the sea. These sea beggars here. It's kind of sad, but I'll let them be. The Mayans over here were actually going to nuke me, so I had to conquer them naturally because we couldn't let ourselves get nuked by the Mayans of all people. Then here you can see all of my glorious allies. So many allies. All these little city-states, they love me so much. And here are the Assyrians, who are not friendly. They're very warlike, so we had to conquer them. And of course, Nineveh, we have to raise Nineveh to the ground for historical purposes. You know, look it up if you don't know. Here's Sweden. Sweden's okay. I can't really trade with them, though. I'd love to trade with Adolphus here, but Gustavus Adolphus, yeah, but I can't because I have been trade embargoed. Incredibly rude. Literally, my story arc in this game, I am going to kill everybody if I have to, just to resume free trade. It's insulting, and all of my resources I can't sell to people. So yeah, I'm going to go to the World Congress, and it's going to be pretty brutal, but I have to do that to allow myself to trade. Here are the Aztecs. They're here, but they're pretty weak. They unfortunately had to take one of their cities to get some great works, but I can't give them their city back because, once again, they embargoed me and I can't trade them their city back, so that's kind of annoying. Here we have Napoleon, who has built the Manhattan Project, so I kind of have to attack him, can't allow him to nuke me. I have a strike force coming, I'll show you that in a second. Of course, there's Geneva, one of Napoleon's allies, which, you know, in Ohio, we weren't really fans of Geneva. Just ask my friends when we read about that. Here's my elite strike force, all these boats. We're going to arm them with tons of missiles, and I'm sure that the French won't last too long against that strike force. Here's England. England conquered my allies, all these former city-states you can see by the little capital logo on the left. And they also conquered the Ottomen. Shout out to my buddy Bill Wirtz, as well as the Celts. So yeah, we're gonna have to nuke London, I think, to send a message, because this can't be tolerated. London conquering all of my allies, just so rude. Oddly enough, the English also conquered Kiev, which is weird considering the Russians are right next to Kiev. Yeah, not trying to make a statement. This is just what happened in the game. Though anyway, I'm sure I'll be back to give you another update soon on this very interesting world, and thank you for checking it out. Back to you, Anthony.
Well, if I were the French or the British, I would be pretty afraid. And yeah, why did we hire him again? Anyway, we'll go now to our final story of the day. I'm sorry, we have breaking news. And that breaking news is that the Russians should have gotten Ohio attack insurance. That might actually be... Oh, it's the air conditioning. Hey, meteorologist! Don't put the AC on in here, I'm recording for the news! Oh, God. Production quality is through the roof here in the state of Ohio, as you can see. And because of that, I am going to go now to our final story of the day, a special guest. As soon as I can get this stupid air conditioning off. Special guest time. And now, just like that, we're joined by the one and only singer-songwriter, Anthony Edelman. Oh, it's my pleasure. So, you working on anything new? Yeah, I'm actually working on some new music right now. And I hear, word on the street, word in the Ohio streets, I'll have a music video coming out here in a later episode of Season 1 of the Ohio News. So stay tuned for that. Wow. Any other news to share with us? Yeah, I've actually recorded and composed all of the intro music that you're hearing in this episode. as a musician myself, and I'm pretty proud of it. Turns out a lot of old music actually can be used for new things, because most of it I'd written previously. Some of it are themes for video games that video game producer Anthony Edelman made.
Something like that.
These video games, right?
Something like that.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm just really happy to be here, and I'm glad that our viewers are getting to experience the music in a very new way. And I thank you for writing me on the news to explain all that, Anthony.
Well, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much for coming. We'll see you soon.
Well, that about does it for us here tonight at the Ohio News. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night. You know, it would be fun if I had more hair this episode. Let's do it.
From our studios in suburban Cincinnati, this is the Ohio News with lead anchor Anthony Edelman.
Hello, and welcome to another broadcast of the Ohio News. I'm lead anchor Anthony Edelman. We have plenty of stories to bring you from all around Ohio, centered around bacon tonight as we're doing a bacon-themed episode. But first, our top story. Junior correspondent Anthony Edelman is actually streaming on Twitch. If you check out his channel at Russell, A-L-E, you'll find all kinds of interesting variety content from Super Mario to Age of Empires to Forex strategy games. Even Backyard Baseball, I think, is on the cards. So even new Civilization 7 is coming out. I'm sure he'll be streaming that. So if you're interested in any of these games, Roller Coaster Tycoon even, go check out that stream. It should be a great time. The Discord link for stream announcements should be in the description. The stream link should also be in the description, maybe a pinned comments. I can't say for sure, but if you look, you'll be able to find it. And I really hope you go and check out his stream and enjoy it, because our junior correspondent really has some fun antics, and I'm sure you'll appreciate what he has in store for you. And now on to our next story. Senior correspondent Anthony Edelman is cooking some bacon in our bacon-themed episode. I know, right? But we'll go over to him. Anthony?
Oh, hey Anthony. I'm here today cooking some bacon, because what better is there to do than make bacon? Ooh, I love that sizzle. The number one tip I'll give you when buying bacon, make sure that you can very clearly see where to separate the bacon, because if you don't, you're going to end up with little messed up strips of bacon, and those won't cook well. Ooh, that's a thick one. That's a thick one. It's going to take a minute to cook that one. Alright.
I think we're losing him. I think we're losing him. Okay, no. Oh, we got it back? Okay.
Actually, hold on a second. One more tip here. The bacon will shrink when you start cooking it, right? It'll shrink. So, you can, if you're good, you can line it up like this, so that it'll cook more evenly, because this griddle has hot spots at the top and the bottom. The middle is a bit cooler, so if you put it out like this, each strip will cook evenly, which is sort of the key to what you're going for here. Also, make sure they don't bunch up like this, because this is also bad. You don't want the ends of the bacon to not get cooked, so just sort of press them down like this, sort of force them down into that grease, and eventually they will cooperate like that. There we go. Look at that. Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Another tip for my bacon lovers out there: grab a paper towel, put it in here, and then you can use it to dab off the grease. Or you can use this little thing, to each his or her own. But this makes sure that the bacon is cooked more evenly, because there's no gravitational drainage of the grease, right? So it's going to go all around, and it should be better that way, scientifically speaking, anyway. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful. And you can even use the other side. Oh yeah, look at that. Push that up. And, oh yeah, look at that. It's just cooking so nicely. Oh. Yeah, you can check back in with me in a bit when this is a bit more done. No point in sitting here watching me cook bacon. Or watching bacon cook. I'm just waiting on it to be ready to flip. So back to you for now, Anthony.
All right, Anthony, we'll cut to a little break here before you burn down the kitchen in your apartment. And no, actually, we're going to go to the weather real quick. I believe, senior correspondent Anthony Edelman really needs to know what the weather is for his bacon. So, Chief Meteorologist Anthony Edelman, any update on the weather?
Oh, thank you, Anthony. As you can hear, maybe, or see, it's really raining out here. It's really raining out here. And I'm kind of fearing for my safety, to be honest. Oh! It's not a smoke machine, guys. Or a light machine. Ugh.
That sounds terrifying. If any labor lawyers are watching, it wasn't me who sent him out there. Definitely wasn't me. Anyway, now we'll go to our commercial break, and I'll see you back here in a little bit.
High protein, great taste, and lots of steak for food. Vote steak.
Welcome back. Now we'll go to our senior correspondent who's still cooking bacon. Hopefully he can finally get that done. Anthony?
Hey, welcome back to the bacon, which is probably going to set off the fire alarm any minute now. But the bacon is going well. Frankly, the fire alarms in here are goofy if they can get set off by me cooking what is beautiful, perfect bacon. It's not me, it's the fire alarms. Oh yeah, that's totally gonna get set off.
Are we serious? We're losing him again? Do we have any people in our technology department? Back? Okay, we'll go back.
Okay, now, ready? Last step. Get your plate. Get a couple of paper towels. Somebody put in the comments how many paper towels I've used in this video. I bet it's a lot. Big EMG supporter here. Bounty Paper Towels, Ohio. I've supported our Ohio brands. This one looks done.
Perfect. Okay, here we go. Now off. Unplug.
Haven't snuffed the fire alarm yet, but it's about ready to go off.
It's getting close. All right. I consider that a great success. Bacon's done. Fire alarm hasn't gone off. Yes. Back to you.
Well, I'm really glad you finally got that done, Anthony, and I look forward to having our various members of the show trying the bacon to see if you did, in fact, achieve a perfect A-plus bacon. Now we'll go to our junior correspondent who is streaming, but not this right now. Actually, he might be, for all I know. He doesn't really tell me much. But he's actually streaming some Age of Empires 2, or he's giving us an update, rather, on Age of Empires 2. And I'm sure it'll be something interesting that you probably want to hear. Anthony?
Yeah, we are just destroying right now. We're building churches everywhere. Converting everybody. Get some more knights. Get some armor upgrades for my knights. Get fletching for my... Hey, like the Ohio News, thanks. I saw you said something on Instagram trying to... Oh my god, I'm under attack. That's not good. That is not good. They're attacking. We're gonna have to do something about that. Probably hide, because I don't have anybody. I haven't been making any armies. But yeah, Bert, no. That's what we call fake news. Maybe. And my people are getting attacked. Oh, come on, you can make it past that. I'm gonna waste my APM on it right now. More important things to focus on. Guys. Where's the monk? Oh boy, they're gonna kill everyone. They're gonna kill everyone. Hide. I don't have an army yet. Convert. Latest. Quick wall! Oh, that's quick farm. That would never work. Farm over there. I'm gonna lose this entire battle. Right? Yeah, I'm losing this battle. Run away! Hide in the town. Yeah, I need to actually make an army. My people are getting massacred, guys.
Thank you, Anthony. I'm glad that you got to share that. And I'm sure it will really improve our viewers' overall lives knowing the information that you just gave them. We'll go now to our local bacon enthusiast, Anthony Edelman, who is going to taste test the bacon we prepared earlier today and just to give it a rating. Anthony? Awesome. Thank you, Anthony. I'm the bacon enthusiast here in Ohio at the Ohio News, and I'm here to test just how good this bacon is. That, my friends, is a good sign. The best bacon in the world will break before you even put it to your mouth. Look at this. Okay, maybe don't look at that. Look at this. 3-point bend test. Apply barely any force, and it splits. Okay. Yeah, this is excellent bacon. I think I'm going to give it an A, but if it shatters from this height, I'll give it an A+, alright? If it shatters from cup height, it's A+ bacon. Ready? 3 pieces. No teeth required. They melt in your mouth. You can break it with your tongue. That much more bacon. Back to you. No, back to you. One last thing before we go. superior breakfast drink. Not only for breakfast, but the superior drink. Ocean Spray Cranberry. Not sponsored, but if you guys want to sponsor me, this is the best drink. Shut up, would you? So Ocean Spray, this is some Oscar Mayer Black Label, so would recommend this as well. A lot of it has to do with the cooking, which our senior correspondent did so well. Really can't complain with the job he did there. But anyway, I think that's all I've been paid, well, not paid to say. So back to you. I'm gonna make sure my my doesn't burn down. Thanks. Man, that was good. Well, I am impressed for one. I didn't know senior correspondent had it in him. I could probably cook bacon if he can do it. But anyway, we actually have one last segment, a special guest who's going to come on the show in 3, 2, 1. Check it out. We've got Bacon as our special guest of today's episode. And I am really eager to try this. I've been told that this is some really good bacon, so we will see if it is in fact as good as they say it is. Loosen the hatch a little bit with the water. It's good for your digestion. Digestion. I'm saying that right. Anyway. Okay. It's a little cold. Should have kept it warm, maybe. But I'll give it an A. It's pretty good. Of course, we have the superior drink, Ocean Spray Cranberry. Hashtag not sponsored, but please sponsor me. Yeah, this is excellent. Well, I'll finish up this bacon. You don't have to watch me do that. So I'll send you off. This has been the Ohio News. I'm lead anchor Anthony Edelman. See you next time, and have a good night. I was in the Bahamas. Oh no, I love Ohio and I would never want to go to the Bahamas.
From our studios in suburban Cincinnati, this is the Ohio News with lead anchor Anthony Edelman.
Hello and welcome to another broadcast of the Ohio News. I'm lead anchor Anthony Edelman. Today we have plenty of stories to bring you about the glory of Ohio, but first, our top story. I have a bit of a challenge for you, my viewers, to guess whether or not the image I'm about to show you is, in fact, Ohio or the Bahamas. Perhaps you'll see that Ohio is actually a pretty nice place that maybe you should come visit. As many people visit the Bahamas, they should be visiting Ohio as well. We'll start with the first image. Now, is that Ohio or the Bahamas? It is, in fact, Ohio. Image number 2. Like these could be a bit harder. That is also Ohio. You probably got that right. Image number 3. Also, Ohio. Starting to wonder if we have any Bahamas in this, this little challenge here. Image number 4. That one's the Bahamas. On to number 5. It's actually Ohio, believe it or not. Number 6. And that one is the Bahamas. Tough one, I know. Number 7. And that's another Bahamas. Bahamas are very nice, not going to lie. Number 8. It's Ohio. On to number 9. That is, in fact, the Bahamas. Number 10. Ohio. And finally, our bonus question, number 11. Take it away. And our bonus question is Ohio. So leave a comment how many you got right in this little challenge. If you get all 11, I will give you a virtual pat on the back. So congrats on your glorious prize. And we'll go now to our second story of the day. The Bahamas have great weather, but what's the weather like in Ohio? Chief Meteorologist Anthony Edelman has an update on the weather for us. Anthony?
Thank you, Anthony. It is really bright out here, really sunny. And once again, it's a beautiful day in Ohio. Mid-70s, pools are open, and let me tell you, I'm about ready to drop myself into one. Couldn't ask for better weather here in Ohio, and you all really should come and move to Ohio. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this. But that's all for me. Back to you, Anthony.
Well, I'm glad to see the weather is doing better than it was last time. Yeah, it's not raining anymore here in Ohio. So I'm glad to hear that. And we'll go now to an update from our junior correspondent who's been playing some backyard baseball on his stream. Anthony?
Ooh, we're not letting that go. Let's go. That's what we're looking for. Give me that aluminum power bat. Thank you. Okay. Woohoo! It changed the... You just changed the picture. Okay. At this point, we don't need to use a power-up because Mikey is OP, I think. Oh, no, that's terrible. Go back. Go forward. Go forward. Go forward. Ah! Go back. Let's go. You know what? No. Pablo doesn't need an aluminum power bat. Come on, Pablo. Let's go! It's not Pablo, the backup. I lied. Woo! It's Pablo and his friends. RBI. Let's go. I don't think I could get out if I tried to get out. I don't even have to do anything. They're gonna put me on first. There you go. Okay, that was not the craziest bunt, but it was a crazy one. We'll take second, I guess. That's fine. Power now. No. All right, Angela, this home run is for you. For all the pitching you've done today. Bonk. .587. All right. Oh, Whitney sings it. She wants to give up a run too. That's nice. Spread the love. Mikey appreciates that. This is the first game of the season. All right. Okay, yeah, that's good.
He left his autograph on that one. This puppy's headed for orbit. Richard just turned to watch you go out of the park.
I was about to say, is Sputnik closer to this game being released than this video being released? No, but it's closer than you think. Okay, Marky, triple. That's maybe that's gonna go over the fence. That's gonna go over the screen. Oh my god. I'm gonna get 50 runs. I just want to make dinner. 503. Marky. You gotta stop getting runs. Stop scoring. Thank you. Stop being so good. Maybe I will, because at this point. That's fine. Thank the Lord Almighty. We had 24 runs. We got 25 more. Fine, Mikey, go get her. Mikey, go get her. Don't hit Angela. Let's go, Mikey. You got her, Mikey. Run her down. Let's go. What you got to say about this one?
The Sox whooped them 49-1. This is Sunny Day and Vinny the Gooch saying see you next time here at the Parks Department Field number 2.
Yeah. What a game.
Well, that looks like you should turn up the difficulty, even though you're in the hard level. That's just too easy. I guess Ohio is too good at baseball. The Cincinnati Reds were actually the first professional baseball team, and Cincinnati, of course, is an Ohioan city, so perhaps there's something to it here for us Ohioans and our baseball prowess. We'll go now to a quick ad break. See you in a minute, or maybe like 10 seconds.
Smooth texture. Amazing taste. And lots of bacon for food. Vote bacon.
Welcome back to the Ohio News. We're going to go now to our senior correspondent with an important update on Ohio. Anthony? Well, thank you, Anthony. Today I'm here with a little update on the food race going on in Ohio. We have our two candidates. We have bacon, and of course, we have steak. I'm sure you've been seeing ads for both bacon and steak, but here is the current polling to see who will win in the race between bacon and steak. And right now, it appears bacon is up by a slight bit. I'm sure thanks to our not sponsoredness of the last episode being about bacon. But I assure you this is a free and an honest election. There's nothing going on here at the Ohio News that can influence the election. And get out there and vote about which food you like the best. And I'm sure that will make a very big difference. Whoever wins this race will surely have a very large impact on the state of Ohio. Back to you, Anthony. Well, thank you, Anthony. That seemed like a very important thing to share with our viewers. Truly vital to the living of their daily lives. We'll go now to our final story. We have Professor Anthony Edelman, a new guest on the show, who's going to be giving you a lesson in trigonometry, I believe, and how that will impact your life. Anthony? Oh, thank you, Anthony. Today I'm here to teach you about the wonders of trigonometry. I'm Professor Anthony Edelman, and this is a bit of Ohio math. So, before y'all go clicking away, because trigonometry, I will show you exactly why it is so important that you know trigonometry. So, let's say we're going to work in the morning, or Walmart or whatever. Here's us, we live here. There you go, you were so happy. But unfortunately, we can't just drive straight there, because the roads are like this. There's no get there, here's the grid of roads, and like, it sucks, right? Let's say here is, I don't know, work. You want to go here. You want to go there. But you can't go there, because if you want to go there, you have to take your car and drive. You have to drive all around. This is stupid, right? But the wonders of trigonometry, though. You can figure out how to drive here
without any of that. Okay? So you can instead get a flying car, which we have those in Ohio, don't worry. If you take this route, you then know how to get there without going this way. Much faster, much faster. However, we don't know what angle to drive at. That is where trigonometry comes in. So let's say we do know, we have GPS, we can get the maps, right? We know that this distance here is 5 miles, and this is 12 miles. This vertical distance. So with the Pythagorean theorem, 5 squared plus 12 squared is equal to 13 squared. 25, 144, 160. Nice. Now we can take the inverse sine or arc sine. Now this is 13. We can take the arc sine. Wait for it. Take the arc sine of the opposite over the hypotenuse and get 12/13, which is the same as this. This is just two different ways to write the same thing. Take this and you get I don't have this one memorized. .38 degrees is this angle here, which then will tell us exactly what angle to drive our flying car and orient it. But some of you may have noticed it might be tricky to orient your flying car based on the road, because you'd have to get a protractor out, and we don't mess with protractors here at the Ohio News. So give me a minute.
I'm sorry, we have breaking news. It appears bacon has made a jump in the polls after the advertising campaign they've been putting out. So congrats to bacon for that, and we look forward to seeing how the food race for Ohio turns out. Back to you, Professor.
Okay. So we'll estimate this now down here, like this. We have the Earth's center right here. We have this, which is the line, the radius line to get to Ohio. Here is Ohio. And then there's the dashed line to the sun, which we're estimating is basically this, but Earth goes like this. And we want to figure out what this angle is. So, if we know 40.4 is equal to angle alpha, and then we can do a bit of trigonometric magic here. If this is angle alpha, we know that this is a straight line that meets here at a right angle. We know there's another line here, there's a line here, which means that there's a line right here, which is also a right angle line. And if we know angle alpha, we can say that this is an angle beta right here. Alphas and the betas. And then this angle here is also angle alpha. Because there's a right angle, we know that 180 is equal to 90. This little thing is at 90 degrees, so 90 plus alpha plus beta. Alpha, beta, 90 equal 180. So, this is alpha. We know this is also another right angle, which means this is angle beta. And if we know alpha, and we know 90 and 180, we can solve for beta, and we get 49.6 degrees. And that, my friends, based on these rudimentary calculations, is the angle in the sky you need to look at to see the sun with your flying car. Back to you, Anthony.
Well, thank you so much, Professor Anthony, for sharing that lesson on trigonometry. I'm sure you'll use that in your daily lives to live a more fulfilled life and perhaps come live it in Ohio. That's all for us here tonight at the Ohio News. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night. has noticed the cameo yet.
From our studios in suburban Cincinnati, this is the Ohio News with lead anchor Anthony Edelman.
Hello, and welcome to another broadcast of the Ohio News. I'm lead anchor Anthony Edelman. Today we have plenty of stories to bring you from around Ohio, as we always do. But first, our top story. Junior correspondent Anthony Edelman is in Florida at the T90 official meetup. He's interviewing T90 about a very, very important question that our viewers in Ohio need to hear. Anthony?
So I'm here with T90 at the T90 official meetup here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Beautiful. I love this place. I have a question for the one and only T90. Will you be coming to the Ohio meetup? The Ohio News fans really need to know.
It depends.
You've heard it here, guys. T90, it depends. We need your support. Like and subscribe to the Ohio News, and T90 may come to the Ohio meetup.
It depends.
Thank you. Back to you.
You heard the man. It depends. So, come on, let's do the subscribes. I can't sell out. Can we cut that? I'm being told the producers want me to plug a subscription, so subscribe, I guess. There you go. You happy? Okay. Anyway, we'll go now to senior correspondent Anthony Edelman, who has given you no reason to subscribe yet in this channel because he brings you the weirdest stuff. But I'm sure he has something great that he's never done before that he's ready to tell you about Ohio. Anthony?
Thank you, Anthony. I'm here once again for another fridge update, and this time you'll all be pleased to see it's so clean. Like, I don't even want to touch it, it's so clean. It's just beautiful.
You still have no food.
Well, I'm moving, so I had to clean out the fridge.
Show us some food. This is awful.
Yeah, you might want to see the food I have in my new fridge. The freezer is also clean. Look at that. Isn't it just awesome? I'm not even going to touch it. It's too clean. I'm going to mess it up. But anyway, that's the fridge update that we have. Maybe next time we'll get what's in my real fridge. But anyway, back to you.
Okay, that was sad. I'm sorry. Unsubscribe. We're going to go now to Chief Meteorologist Anthony Edelman, who has to have something more interesting to talk about. Anthony?
Thank you, Anthony. I'm here today in Ohio, and it's mostly cloudy, but it's a nice temperature, 77 degrees, and it feels very comfortable. Once again, some beautiful Ohio weather. You should all pack your bags, find a place to live, and move to Ohio. It's just awesome. And no one is paying me to say this. This is coming from the heart. Okay, back to you.
That sounds great, Anthony. I'm so glad the weather is better. You should resubscribe and move to Ohio. Seriously, it does not get any better than this in Ohio. Wait, does that mean they should not move to Ohio if it doesn't get better than this? Anyway, we're going to go to an ad. Stick around, though, because after that, we're going to go to junior correspondent Anthony Edelman, who's back playing Age of Empires again and hopefully not getting wrecked. See you in a bit.
Advertise here. Comment below what you want us to advertise for. Thank you.
Awesome. Welcome back to the Ohio News, and we're going to go now to our Ohio enthusiast, who's going to be taste testing Skittles to see if he can determine which one is which, and I have high hopes for him here. Anthony? Hey, Anthony. I'm the Skittles enthusiast here in Ohio, and I'm going to be taste testing all of these to tell you which color is which. Now, I just realized I can see them, which means I'm gonna have to do a blindfold somehow. Anybody have a blindfold? I could like, oh, no? Oh, you got one? You got one? Okay. Blindfold here. This is definitely a blindfold. Yeah, it's a blindfold. Okay. And just like that, we've got a blindfold. I cannot see anything. Okay. I've got my trusty water. I've got my spinner. And I will be guessing which color is which. We're going to try and put them in order. These are Skittles. There is red, orange, yellow, green, and purple. And I'm going to put them in rainbow order. Red all the way down to purple, and hopefully I do a pretty good job. Hopefully this doesn't come off of the... Oh yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, okay, that's good. I don't know what you're... Alright, number 1, numero uno. It tastes sugar. Maybe a bit of citrus. Could just be citric acid though. Yeah, no idea. Let's try and compare. No, they literally taste the same. Are you guys trolling me? Some Skittles enthusiast. Okay. Maybe lime? I'm gonna put something somewhere. It's green. It's impossible though. Yeah, that is good luck. Alright. Maybe orange? I'm getting orange vibes. Orange. This is still on the track, right? Yeah. So we have orange and we have what I think is green. I could be very wrong. Let's try this one. Finally. I'm getting grape. Ooh. Ooh. No, it's red. This is red. Okay. So. There should be lemon and grape left. And I have no idea what they are. Literally no idea. I'm just reaching around. Let's try 2. The problem is, I don't know if you've ever eaten a Skittle, it changes in flavor from the first half to the last half. It starts out really sweet, and it goes a little bit sour, with a citric acid sort of, I'd say. I'm leaning grape, but it could be lemon. It could be any of them. No, this is an absolute crapshoot. I have no idea. There's like 4 of these in each, so I'm down to the last ones. Maybe lemon? Maybe lemon? Well, I can't eat the last one. Well, I guess this is great. I mean, best bet anyway. Which, I'm gonna give this like a 2%, but I have all of them. This is lemon. I'm guessing that this is green. I'm oddly confident in that one. I do feel like that's lime. Let me check orange again. Because I have the, actually have Skittles left to test these. Right, orange. go orange. That's my best guess. Alright. I'm gonna need a lot more of this water after I see how bad I did. Alright, here we go. Ready? We're locked in, and go. How do I do? I am scared. Is this red? They're red. There's no way these are orange, right? They're actually orange. I have no confidence in this. Yellow? Oh, this is green. Is this yellow? This is yellow and this is purple. I did way better than I was expecting. If you told me I got 3 of these right and I switched 2 citrus ones, lemons and I switched lemons and limes. I was that close to winning this. Maybe I am a Skittle enthusiast after all. Let's do this. I think I should stop having this water. Anyway, back to you, Anthony. I hope to get all of them here next time. Thanks. Not too bad. We're gonna have to check what was in that water, though. Yeah, we don't know actually. So yeah, go check on that. But nonetheless, we're going to go now to our much-awaited Age of Empires 2 update from junior correspondent Anthony Edelman, who hopefully is not getting wrecked. Anthony?
Micro! Get him! Got him. Okay. Come on in. Don't do that. Come on in. Very sad that Algirdas and Kester just got wounded. Wait, what? Are we actually getting killed here? Kind of, yeah. Rebuild. Over there. This one scout is going to kill my entire economy, guys. Okay. Who's that guy? Go kill them. Come on. Yeah, we do. Ooh. That's not good. They're gonna pop out of nowhere and kill me, aren't they? This is not going to be easy. I lost my castle. Oh, food is worth so much. Holy crap. Alright, keep killing them. Please defeat them. Wait, do we get their town? Oh, nice. Haha! Sucks to suck. Alright, more castles. We need more castles. Oh, hey, whoa! Whoa! What is this? Somebody do something. Okay, keep going. Keep on the march. Man, that is a heck of a fortress right there. Uh-oh, where are they coming from? Garrison. Wall? This is totally gonna work, right? Little wall. There's no way they get around a wall. Walls always work. They've looked at the path. Right? Maybe. Alright, let's just unpack here. Oh boy. Well, that guy is gonna die. Run away. Oh my, we're still dying to Kursk. Oh man. Ah, I'm dropping my own friend. Keep attacking. How's this going? Winning? I think we're winning. Okay. Yeah. Go attack the castle. You can do this. My poor castle is getting wrecked. I don't have an army over here because I refuse to make one. Oh no. Oh no. Survive.
You really need to stop getting wrecked. T90 wrecked in the chat. Well, maybe he'll pay more attention to his base next time. Our final story of the day is going to be Professor Anthony Edelman, who has some stats on YouTube that might interest you. Professor? Oh, hey, thank you, Anthony. I'm back here once again to tell you about some really fun professory stuff, and today it's nothing other than statistics. Yes, I've heard you guys were skipping through parts of my lectures, or fast forwarding, or maybe even our mysterious overlords, very mysterious overlords, have been fast forwarding my contents. We're not going to let them do that today, because today we have a bunch of lovely plots here that show general trends for YouTubers and the views they get based on how many subs they have, videos per week they post, and the age of their channel, which is very, very interesting, and I hope you enjoy these statistics as much as I do. First, we have the amount of views you get per video per sub based on how many videos you post per week. So as you can see up here, if you post less views or videos per week, you get more views per video just based on the selection I have here. There's some outliers, which I'll explain, of course, but we'll get to that. Then we have the per sub views total, views per sub total number of views though, and then if you look at videos per week, you're getting diminishing returns, but you get more views, so if you're willing to put in the work, like the Square here, T90, Square, that guy. I'm just kidding, we love you, T90. If you come to the Ohio meetup, we love you. As you can see, you get more views if you make more videos, but you don't get as many per video. And then we go over here, we look at the subs, the total number of subs, or the age. These two are very correlated, right, based on channels that still post. And as you can see here, the older your channel is, the less views you get per sub, because obviously a lot of subs probably forgot you existed, which, don't forget that we exist. Keep coming. Do the notification thing. I hate notifications, but if you want notifications, the subscribes, the likes, do that stuff. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a professor. But that brings me to my discussion of outliers, because there's some very interesting outliers here that help tell the story of all of this. First off, we have Oversimplified. If you don't know who Oversimplified is, type him into YouTube and you'll figure out pretty quick. He's posted like 3 or something videos, 40 maybe, not very many. He's been around for 7 years. But he consistently gets very, very high marks because he posts very seldomly and his videos are incredible. Super high quality documentaries. I wish we here at the Ohio News had a fraction of Oversimplified's his talent, his audience, any of that. Not the weight on his shoulders though, because oh man, couldn't imagine. Anyway, that aside, Oversimplified's doing great. We have T90, the aforementioned not Square, good guy, represented by the Square. He posts a lot of videos per week, but he gets a lot of views for it. Diminishing returns, yes, but the fact that his channel is very largely based on a variety of content, and some viewers of his channel, some subscribers, probably don't prefer certain types of content. It makes sense that they'll post different kinds so that his viewers get certain types of content. Now, it may hurt him in the algorithm, I'm not exactly sure, because a lot of his viewers don't watch a lot of his uploads because it's not their type of content. But I think he's doing alright because he does get a lot of views total, if you look at it that way. Next up, we have two that I've lumped together, Mr. Beast and Mark Rober. Mr. Beast and Mark Rober both have similar results here in this anyway. They both post about once every other week. They both get about the same number of views per sub. Mark Rober does a little better on one of them, but a little worse on another, so I just put them back together. They're good friends, and they both make excellent content, right? Both some of the best creators on YouTube in terms of their raw numbers, right? And as you can see, they generally follow the trends here. They're very old though, and they still get a lot of views, so I bumped them up a little there. But generally, they follow these trends. We have Bill Wirtz. Bill Wirtz, famous for the history of the world, I guess. Just a beautiful piece of arts. If you haven't seen History of the World, I guess, get out from under your rock. Actually, leave this video right now and go watch it because it's way better than what you're watching right now. But he doesn't post anymore, so he's the circle. He doesn't get any views. He's old. I just put him on there because I wanted to talk about that video. If you're even still here. Hexagon, Extra History. Extra History is a very old channel. 12 years old. They used to make, they still make the same content that they used to make. They used to be called Extra Credits, but now they've changed to Extra History, but they're the same content, same channel, mostly. So I've lumped them together, and it seems they've fallen off a little bit. Their content actually was the reason I came to YouTube in the first place, believe it or not, many, many years ago. I subscribed to them. They were the first channel I ever subscribed to. So props to you at Extra History. Just great content they've made. I feel like their content hasn't really, how do I put this nicely? It hasn't really gotten better. It was always really good, but now there's a lot of other content creators who also make content who are newer, and I feel like that detracts from their audience, and also because they've gotten so many subs over the last 12 years, a lot of them probably aren't watching the videos. We here at the Ohio News love you, Extra History, and I just hope that you keep making good content. You guys are patron funded, and you still get a lot of views, so I think you'll be doing fine. Hundreds of thousands. We really do support you here. We have Admiral Wololo next. Admiral Wololo is an Age of Empires creator, similar to T90, but very, very new. And he gets a lot of views per video, as you can see by the inverted triangle here. And that is, I think, largely in part to the fact that this is per sub, and he doesn't have a lot of subs. He's pretty new. Only half a year old, and he makes really good content. And I don't think a lot of the people, most of the people who watch him aren't even subscribed. More people watch him than are subscribed at all because he's so new, which really lends credence to that theory that people subscribe and move on, which T90, I think, has talked in the past about how that's just what happens. People subscribe and move on, which is why this age graph looks the way it does. Finally, we have Kings and Generals. I don't know what this shape is, but I made it up. Put it in the comments. Tell me what this shape is. I don't know what it is. But this shape is the Kings and Generals channel, and they're also pretty old, so they don't get as many views. As I said before, Admiral Bolo is super new. He gets lots of views per sub. And Kings and Generals doesn't. Kings and Generals still gets a lot of views, though. So, nothing to be ashamed of there. Their content's also highly varied, covering tons of different historical topics. Check them out if you like battle maps. You wouldn't see any here. But yeah, they make really good content as well. And I think that's all I have for you guys today. Moral of the story, make videos, get views, and don't be old like me. Don't be old. Be young. But that's it for me today. Back to you, Anthony. Well, that's very interesting, Professor. Thank you for your continued analysis here for the channel. And I find that a great place to end it for the night because I don't actually have anything else to talk about. So, I'll see you next time. Have a good night. Man, cheese is just so good. It's Irish cheddar.
From our studios in suburban Cincinnati, this is the Ohio News with lead anchor Anthony Edelman.
Hello, and welcome to another broadcast of the Ohio News. I'm lead anchor Anthony Edelman. Today we have plenty more stories to bring you from the glorious state of Ohio, but first, our top story. Cheese is amazing. Seriously, we have some extra sharp craft cheddar. Very creamy. Love to use this in my beer cheese. And of course, our not sponsored superior drink, Ocean Spray Cran Grape. It's seriously Ocean Spray. I will say anything good about this because there's nothing bad that I could say. We have some Fontina. Excellent for melting. Mmm. 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 Also pairs well in the beer cheese with the extra sharp cheddar. And of course the Irish cheddar, which a bit more crumbly, but might be the best of the bunch here. Mmm. It's just so good. Mmm. Mm. We might need to invade Wisconsin. Mm. Wow. All right. We're on to our next story now. Junior correspondent Anthony Edelman has an update on civilization. I believe he's been nuking people or something. So we'll go to that now, and I'm going to keep eating this cheese. Anthony?
I do have something more important to do, and that, my friends, is to drop some nuclear missiles on our enemies, because it's come to my attention that the world needs to be set straight. England conquered not only Singapore, but Quebec City and Buenos Aires, as well as the very innocent peoples here of Kiev, and that is just not okay. So for every city-state that they conquered, we are going to teach them a lesson. That lesson is a nuclear lesson. And I hope they learn it, because we're not playing nice here. Send this guy back. Send this guy forwards. And now, unleash nuclear devastation upon our enemies. I don't know which of these cities to hit. Feels like York is probably a good city to hit. Canterbury also. We're just going to nuke the English cities. We're not going to nuke the other cities. I think we're going to go for York first. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, let's go. See ya, airplanes. Bye-bye. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Okay, go back. Want to nuke some more people. Yeah, R.I.P. York. Somehow those fighter planes survived, which I don't know how they did that. That was impressive. Surviving a nuclear missile. Yeah, I don't know what those fighter planes were made of, but I want some of that. However, next up, we're going to nuke a Russian city. Kind of funny that the two powers right now that I've heard the most saber rattling in the world are the Russians and threatening to nuke the English over Ukraine. And here I am nuking both of them over Ukraine and over, I don't know what country that is in real life, but we're gonna nuke Yakutsk here, the city I like to call Yatsuk because it just moves some letters around. It's Yatsuk. But yeah, we're gonna nuke Yakutsk because that's actually Siberia, and I think I'd be doing them a favor because it's really cold in Siberia. So you're welcome, guys. See ya. Feels bad, but you gotta do it. Just send a message that conquering city-states is not okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Anthony. It's a bit violent. Well, maybe we can use those against Wisconsin to get this cheese. diet. We'll go now to meteorologist, chief meteorologist Anthony Adelin, who has an update on the weather here in Ohio. Anthony?
It's sunny.
Thank you. Thank you, Anthony, for that valuable weather update. We'll go now to a quick commercial break. See you in a bit.
Bacon has more sodium than steak. And sodium increases your blood pressure. So, to keep your blood pressure numbers high, bacon for food. Vote bacon.
Welcome back. We're going to go now to Professor Anthony Adelin, who has an update on some Ohio math, something about missiles. Maybe we'll use those against Wisconsin. Professor?
Thank you, Anthony. I'm back here today to teach you about the wonders of calculus. And don't worry, this is going to be very useful as well. So, the first main feature of calculus is the derivative. That may seem a little derivative, but I think it's accurate. That pun's not safe. So, what would you use this derivative for? Now, you can use a derivative to calculate the speed of an object. Like, let's say, a car. Yes, this is a car. Don't hate my car. So, if we know the equation that determines the position of the car, which we'll say in this case is equal to maybe 40x, 40x squared minus 3x cubed. That is the position of our car. Now, if we take the formula here and take the derivative of this, we get that the car is prime is the dash mark, the derivative. We get that the derivative is 40. Now, to get the derivative of x squared, you take the power, multiply it, and then minus the power by 1, subtract 1, so you get x to the first power times 2, which is just x, 2x, so we get 2x, parenthesis action, minus 3 times 3x, so you can get the dot. Then you multiply this through, you get y prime is equal to 80x minus 9x squared. So leave out your squareds. Now, hypothetically, let's say this car is doing this acceleration for just 3 seconds. This is in feet per second, y is in feet, x is in seconds. So, to do the math to figure out how fast your car is going at 3 seconds, then you can look at this equation here, put in a 3, and you will get 80 times 3 minus 9 times, well, 3 squared, which is what? 240 minus 81 is equal to 159, and that is feet per second. 159 feet per second is the velocity that we're going. After all of this, and if you want miles per hour, you can do some wacky conversion. I don't want to. So, that's the calculus to determine how fast your car is going. But there's something even better that I want to tell you about that you can use calculus to figure out. Smartest man in the news. Worst eraser news. So, as you may or may not know, Ohio will soon expand. And to do that, we're going to need very, very effective weapons. So, we will have weapons. And they're going to fire out places. And in particular, we have a missile. And I want to determine how fast it'll be going when it hits the target, right? So to do this, I'm going to need to consult my notes. The Boffins over at College of Ohio sent me some very interesting data, which should very much help with this. The equation for the position of the missile is it's 1176.8 x squared. That's serious acceleration. There's no drag on the missile. This formula takes all of that into account. So that's x squared. But then we also have to take into account the angle at which the missile is launched, right? We're launching our missile, and it should land over there, right? But the angle theta, no more alphas or betas, we're on theta this time, sorry guys. Angle theta, we know this to be equal to 60 in our current tests. But the problem is, we're trying to get what's the word? Horizontal velocity. The horizontal velocity of the rocket. Well, this number here is the total velocity of the rocket. So we're going to have to do a little correction here. You can use our old pal trigonometry time, and we determined, through some testing, that the correction factor is equal to the square root of the cosine of theta, because this is the adjacent over the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the full velocity. The adjacent, in this case, is just the horizontal velocity, and the square root is there because as you get up here, the velocity becomes more and more horizontal in its nature. This side over here, we don't really care about that side. But we know this, and we want to figure out the horizontal velocity. So to do that, we'll take our y equals 1176.8 x squared, right? And, do the derivative, right? Which is the whole thing we're doing today, right? So we'll take the derivative. We get 1176.8 times 2x. Also, we're going to have to add in our little cosine theta to get the x direct.
Sorry, we have breaking news. There's a mysterious figure spotted in our studio. I'm not sure who this person is, but we'll keep an eye on him. Back to you, Professor. Okay. So I just talked to the people, the Ohio collegers, who told me this stuff, and they say the one thing we're missing is x. We don't know what x is. We need to figure out how long it'll take to land. Fortunately, they told me that our distance to target is 208 miles, which means our y is in miles and our x is in hours. We're using miles per hour here in this formula, different than the feet per second. So to get the miles per hour of the missile, which we're launching here, we would need to know how long it'll take, and they told me guys, it's 1/2. It literally is a half hour, which is not much time for more. Not that people can defend against it. Really fine. But anyway, to calculate then this here formula, to get what the velocity of the missile will be, we just have to multiply this through. X is equal to 1176.8 times 2 times a half, which 2 divided by 2 is 1, so that cancels, times the cosine, square root of cosine rather, of the angle, which is 60. The cosine of 60 degrees, I'm sure that's just a half. That's the sine, which means 3/2. Let me consult my notes again. So we get 0.707, which is the square root of 2, or 1 over the square root of 2, excuse me. Of course, this is about 76.8. Multiply these guys together. I do know this one. That is 862 miles per hour. Now, if the car wasn't breaking the speed limit, which I guess it couldn't be, right? There's no feet per second speed limit. Loopholes, guys, loopholes. This missile totally is breaking the speed limit, though, so, no chance with that one, guys. Yeah? thank you, Professor, for that update. I'm not sure what happened to you, but I will send somebody to go figure out. It appears we have a surprise special guest.
Are you the leader? Because this show isn't an end. No one cares about Ohio. I will end you and this show. Do not come back here. Do not record again. Or else it might be the last thing you do.
Well, on that ominous note, that's all we have for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching the Ohio News. I think the cops are coming for that guy, so hopefully they find him and finish up this delicious cheese. And we'll see you next time. Have a good night.
From our studios in suburban Cincinnati, this is the Ohio News with lead anchor Anthony Edelman.
Hello and welcome to another broadcast of the Ohio News. I'm lead anchor Anthony Edelman. We have plenty of stories to bring you from around our glorious and legendary Ohio. But first, he's finally done it. Our Ohio music enthusiast, local musician Anthony Edelman has finally finished his music video. Please enjoy. Well, isn't that just awesome? We have an extended version up on the channel right now, so go enjoy that one after this video. Up next, we have Chief Meteorologist Anthony Edelman with an update, an amazing update on the weather here in Ohio. Anthony?
Thank you, Anthony. It's really raining out here. Can I please go inside?
Yeah, you can come in, that's fine.
I got the weather. It's raining. Please. Why do I do this? Well, back to you.
We'll go now to a quick ad break. See you in a sec.
Do you know what's healthy? Broccoli for food. Vote broccoli.
We have breaking news. It appears that broccoli has entered the race and literally nobody cares. But after that, we'll go to our next story. It appears that our junior correspondent has a Mario Odyssey gaming update for all of you in Ohio. Anthony?
How to lose 101. Freaking bonk. Ugh. Oh my god. That's so much faster. Oh. How long? Oh man, so far ahead. Okay, this is. This. Oh, okay. I think I can do it that way, actually. Sad. Very sad.
Oh, let's go! Let's go! Woo! Let's go!
Go! 4. Oh, that was. This has got to be top. Like 10,000. It has to be. That's incredible. Top 10,000. We got this. New best, I think, out of anything. Oh, 40. That hurts. That felt so good. But you know what? We'll take it. Top 40. Right now, if you go look through everything I have, there's Cap Kingdom. There's Iceburn, Snowline Circuits, whatever. Cascade is a bit bad. Sand is okay. Wooded, pretty good. I think it's pretty good now. Lost Kingdom, top 50k. Metro Kingdom, top 20k. Seaside, top 50k. Snow Kingdom, almost top 50. Luncheon, we're doing okay. Bowser's Kingdom, top 50k. Moon Kingdom, around 50k. We're probably averaging 50k. 50k about Mushroom Kingdom. Jump Rope Challenge doesn't count because you can just cheese that. Beach Volleyball, top 12,000. Top 13,000. Look at that. And I stopped this because my hands got tired. No. Sweaty. Literally. Palm sweaty. It's that bad. And I was actually offered spaghetti tonight. I didn't take it. Just fun fact. I don't like spaghetti. But yeah.
Alright, thank you, Anthony. You might have to do some more videos on Odyssey here if that is popular. Maybe leave a comment if you really like that Odyssey video. We could always use the comments and the shares and the subscribes and all that stuff. So, you know, just think about it. That's all I'm saying. If you're here at this point in the video, clearly you love Ohio just as much as we do. We'll go now to our final story of the day. We have senior correspondent Anthony Edelman with another update on the Ohio news. Anthony? Thank you, Anthony. Today I'm here with a very important message from the Ohio news. Leave a comment and you could be featured. Also, if your comment has lots of likes and sub-comments, you could get that comment featured very, very soon, maybe in our next episode. But comment, do the likes and subscribes. Don't ring notification bells because I think that's stupid. Why would you want to do that? I hate getting pings on my phone, so don't ring the notification bell unless that's your thing, I guess. But I wouldn't recommend it, but stay tuned to our Discord where we'll post everything from junior correspondent Anthony Edelman's streaming to updates on the Ohio news polls that we may be having and our YouTube schedule, which should be weekly if you haven't figured that out at this point. But nonetheless, my producers haven't told me when the comment will be featured, but your comment will be featured some point in, I believe, Season 2, without a doubt, if you are the top commenter. So get out there, do the commenting, and back to you. Well, maybe we'll feature your Mario Odyssey comments. Thank you, Anthony, for copying me. That was very inconsiderate of you. But that's all we have for you tonight at the Ohio News. I would just like to thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you soon. Y'all give me olives to eat for the cold open. Just roll the credits.
From our studios in suburban Cincinnati, this is the Ohio News with lead anchor Anthony Edelman.
Hello, and welcome to another broadcast of the Ohio News. I'm lead anchor Anthony Edelman, and we have plenty of amazing stories to bring you from around Ohio. But first, our top story, which is not olives, it's actually our senior correspondent, Anthony Edelman, who finally has the results of the long-awaited food race. Anthony. Thank you, Anthony. I'm here with a final result on the tally of who has won the all-important food race in Ohio. Believe it or not, I believe Bacon... Sorry? No, Bacon has not won. And steak has not won. In fact, it was cheese that won the race for food in Ohio. Cheese, the all-important food group, commonly attributed to Wisconsin, but in reality, Ohio will control Wisconsin soon enough, so we'll just call it Ohio cheese. Cheese has won the race, and I could not be happier. Bring me some cheese. Well, my assistant won't bring me any cheese, but we do have about 6 or 7 varieties of cheese here in my fridge. Finally, now that it's finally been stocked, it's been empty for a while. But now that we have the cheese, we are here to support cheese as the food for Ohio. Back to you, Anthony. Well, I'm kind of surprised olives didn't win, but cheese is good. I support that. And to all of our Ohioans out there who are worried about bacon and steak, they are still much loved here in the state of Ohio. We're going to go now to Professor Anthony Edelman, who will have some more Ohio math for us after his brush up, his accident last time. I really hope he's doing okay. Yeah. Anthony? Well, that's just great. He's back, but he doesn't have any energy. So, I guess we'll go to an ad. Ads can't sleep, right? I don't even know why we have ads, but just roll an ad.
Do you want your chicken to taste great? Wandy's Sticky Nuggets. Clean hands are a thing of the past. Just kidding, Wendy's. We love you.
Yay, ads. Welcome back. We'll go now to our chief meteorologist, who I'm sure has some great updates on the weather in Ohio.
Thank you, Anthony. I'm here in lovely Coco Cay Island in the Bahamas. 77 degrees, mild breeze, and cloudy, but it's the Bahamas, so it's not that bad.
It's not even Ohio. Come on, man.
I'm on vacation. You can do that, right? I swear it's in the contract. All right, back to you.
Well, thanks. In other news, the Ohio News are now hiring a lawyer who is familiar with legal contracts regarding employment. If interested, comment down below. We don't make any money, so you wouldn't get paid, but, if you're interested, comment down below and help us out with this snafu we're having here with our chief meteorologist. Dang. I wonder if the olives were poisoned. Well, apparently we have another special guest, uninvited, I might add.
Hello. I am the Ohio Warden.
Please don't hurt me. Please.
First, I'm here to defend you.
Oh, okay.
Nobody hurts the Ohio News on my watch.
Well, I for one am happy to hear that.
Ohio will be victorious!
Thanks. Thanks. I guess. Well, that's all tonight for the Ohio News. I hope to see you next time. If there is a next time. Have a good night.
This is gonna be fun.
our studios in suburban Cincinnati. This is the Ohio News with lead anchor Anthony Edelman.
Hello and welcome to another broadcast of the Ohio News. I'm lead anchor Anthony Edelman. Today we have a lot of beautiful stories from the wondrous state of Ohio, but first, our top story. Junior correspondent Anthony Edelman has been fired. We don't really know where he is. He actually did just earn Twitch affiliate for his Twitch stream, but we don't know where he is. He hasn't shown up here, so I hope everything's all right with him. And we're going to keep putting out content from his recorded streams. We're editing those. Our editors are working very hard to put out more backyard baseball content, more Mario Kart content, more of the content that you viewers love. So go check those out if you haven't already. But we don't know where junior correspondent is, so he's fired, unless he comes back, I guess. So on to our next story. Senior correspondent Anthony Edelman has some very important news about Ohio and the world. Anthony. I'm off today. Today's my off day, man. Get out of here. Well, that's useless. Thank you, Anthony. I didn't want to do this, but Professor Anthony, do you have any news? I think he has something about cruise ships, probably, which, thanks. I'm not jealous at all. But Professor Anthony, do you have any news on cruise ships for us today? Thank you, Anthony. I'm here, Professor Anthony, again, to tell you all and to calculate the actual size, the absolute size of comments when you got it? What do you think it is? Anyone? If you guessed Icon of the Seas, you're right. Anyway, this is Icon of the Seas is Royal Caribbean's newest ship, at least as you're recording. And we're not recording, this is live. But anyway, I want to calculate how big this ship is. Or at least how much water it displaces. Unfortunately, I've got math to tell you how much water it displaces. I know. You might laugh, but we're gonna go back. The size of a water molecule is roughly 0.31 nanometers. Of course, we also have to take into account the distance between molecules of water, and that distance is 0.275 nanometers. We're trying to figure out how much water we're displacing, even how big the water molecules are, right? So now that we have this, we can calculate the number, or actually the volume one water molecule takes up, right? Because the water molecules all of these distances, right? However, this distance is actually shared, so you can kind of just put the distance out in each direction, even in 3 dimensions. If you want to do it that way, you can create a cube, right? Much better. Cubes. Look at those cubes. Who am I and what have I done with Professor Anthony Edelman? We're going to do that. We're going to get 0.0585, which is these two added together. This is the distance, and then we're going to cube that, and we'll get 0.2 nanometers cubic nanometers. Very, very small. They make hairs look giant. They make bugs look giant. They make bacteria.
Anyway, we have that, so what the heck are we going to do with that? Well, we need to figure out how much water is then displaced by this ship.
I'm sorry we're losing Professor Anthony. I don't know how that could be happening, but we're losing him, so we're going to go to an ad. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a minute.
Mystery Warrior Insurance. Terms and conditions apply. Please read our 69,420-page long terms of service for all details. Defend against the unknown and pay our price before you pay the price.
Welcome back. We have more stories to bring you from around Ohio, but first we got to go back to Professor Anthony. He says he's almost done talking about cruise ships or something. Anthony?
I'm trying to figure out the area. The area displaced. So to get that, we will take the number of water molecules displaced, which we don't know yet. We do know that the one water molecule weighs 3 times 10 to the negative 23rd grams. That's how much it weighs. We know that the ship weighs 250,800 metric tons. Which is a lot. But we can now make 250. You know, fun fact, this boat actually displaces 2.5 times more water than the largest aircraft carrier in the world, which belongs to the United States. But anyway, 250,000, so now to figure out how many water molecules are displaced, we will take our weight divided by that weight, 250,800 divided by 3. However, metric tons actually are a bit more than you would think. Yeah. We're going to actually do this because this makes it easier. 508 times 10 eighth. Why 8? We took away 2 zeros and we're giving ourselves 8. Well, that's because we're going back to grams, and 1 metric ton is a million. 1 million grams. So, 10 to the 8. Because that's the 6 plus the 2 from here. 6 plus 2, 8. And then we also have to multiply by 10 to the 23, because the negative 23 means that it's 0.000003. But if we move it up here and divide by it, it actually becomes the numerator. So we're going to end up with a massive amount of water molecules here, and in fact, as 836 times 10 to the 31st power. That's a lot of water. That is a lot of water. However, now that we know how many water molecules are displaced, we can then multiply this by the water molecules, which we know here. So if we multiply our grams, no, that's not grams, molecules, it's not moles, it's molecules. Anyway, multiply molecules. 836 times 0.2. However, we're in nanometers here. So I guess we'll get. We won't get anything. We can't actually multiply this. So we have to convert these all to meters. So we have 10 to the 20 or 10 to the 31st, right? 10 to the 31st. 10 to the 31st from here. We also have nanometers. How many nanometers are in 1 cubic meter, you might ask? Well, there's actually 1 octillion, which is 1 billion cube nanometers in 1, or cubic nanometers in 1 cubic meter, because if you cube it, you have to take account of all 3 directions. So we have to multiply, or divide, in theory, by an octillion. And 1 octillion, fortunately, I've done the math, 1 octillion is 10 to the negative 27th power. Pretty small, right? Well, you might think so. But, I mean, this is small, but this is huge, huger than this is small, so we get a value. 1,672 times 10 third now, which is actually 1,672,000 cubic meters of displaced water, which is a lot. It's a very lot. Anyway, you could just convert this to cubic kilometers, but unfortunately, because you have to do the whole, you have to divide by a billion, not just 1,000, because of the cube, remember? So you're gonna end up with that. So let's just say this, because it's a lot cooler, and I'll tell the Dolphins at Ohio College to get on this, because we need ourselves one of these. Back to you, Anthony.
Awesome. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you for sharing your mathematical calculations on the absolute size of cruise ships. I'm sure that is completely accurate. Now we're going to go to our final story of the day. Chief Meteorologist Anthony Edelman, who always has some awesome weather reports for us from the state of Ohio. Anthony, how is the weather?
Thank you, Anthony. I'm here at sea, and it's about 75 degrees. Perfectly sunny.
He's in a cruise ship again.
The sun's setting here in the Atlantic Ocean. And I wish all of our viewers at home in Ohio a great night. And also abroad, because some of you still haven't moved to Ohio. What are you doing? Anyway, that's all from us here. Good night.
It's just not fair. He's always on a cruise ship, and I'm always here. This is... Yeah, thanks, Anthony. Thanks a lot. How could this possibly get any worse? Dude, you alright? I know it's my off day, but I'm back. You alright? We're getting sick. You'll be alright. You'll be okay.
That's all for us tonight on the Ohio News. Hey, Grant. Anthony, have a good night.
Previously on the Ohio News.
We have breaking news. There's a mysterious figure who's been spotted in our studio. I'm not sure who this person is, but we will keep an eye on him.
Are you the leader? Because this show isn't end. No one cares about Ohio. I will end you and this show. Do not come back here. Do not record again. Or else it might be the last thing you do.
Hello. I am the Ohio Warrior. Please don't hurt me. Please. Hurt. I'm here to defend you. Oh, okay. Nobody hurts the Ohio News on my watch. Junior correspondent Anthony Edelman has been fired. We don't really know where he is.
You alright?
From our studios in suburban Cincinnati, this is the Ohio News with lead anchor Anthony Edelman.
Hello, welcome to another broadcast of the Ohio News. I'm lead anchor Anthony Edelman. I'm recovering from the events of the previous episode. We've got plenty of great stories to bring you from around our glorious Ohio. First, our top story. Will Ohio come to you? And are enough people getting Ohio attack insurance? We'll go to senior correspondent Anthony Edelman, who has the story on that. Anthony?
Thank you, Anthony. I'm here today to discuss just how many people are getting Ohio attack insurance. You may laugh, but you really don't want to end up crying, because Ohio will eventually, inevitably, come to conquer the world. So here I have a chart of the people who have gotten Ohio attack insurance. And as you can see, it's not enough people. More people need to be getting Ohio attack insurance, because when you get the insurance, it helps Ohio, because when we attack, you're not going to end up in trouble. And also the money goes to us. So, we'll spare you, basically. But yeah, more people need to be getting Ohio attack insurance, as you can see by this tiny, tiny sliver of people in the chart you have. And hopefully our continued advertising and warnings will help with that. But Ohio gonna Ohio, and you need to be prepared when Ohio comes to you. Back to you, Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate the analysis there on the Ohio attack insurance. We'll go now to our local enthusiast, our local Ohio enthusiast, who has a burger taste test challenge, a blind taste test. I hear you guys loved those. So we're going to go on to a burger taste test challenge. Anthony?
Hey there, Anthony. Today, I'm going to be blind taste testing 4 popular burgers here in the state of Ohio. We have Culver's, we have Five Guys, we have McDonald's, and Wendy's. All of these are fairly popular. I will say my previous bias leans towards Five Guys and Culver's. McDonald's, I'm probably not going to be able to do more than one bite of, because frankly, McDonald's isn't very good, but they're only here because they have good breakfast sandwiches. Nonetheless, I'll get this show on the road, and we'll get eating.
And the burger enthusiast of Ohio.
And I suck at blindfolding myself.
To a blind taste test, they said. It'll be easy, they said. Can we cut this part out? Come on. Okay, we got it. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. All right, can't see anything. We're good to go. We're gonna spin. And spinning up. And let's taste. Okay. Something here. Get McDonald's. It's gotta be a napkin somewhere. Well, this could end very poorly. Get out of here. Alright, try again. Okay. Yep, this is Five Guys. I can tell by the sesame seeds. But this is a good burger. Five Guys goes there. Good. Superior Pop, A&W Root Beer. Hashtag not sponsored, but please sponsor me. I will say good things about you, A&W, because you deserve it. Alright. Feeling Wendy's? No. This is Culver's. Just to make sure. This is Wendy's. 1000%. This is Wendy's. Yeah. W is last. That'll work. This is McDonald's. Go back to breakfast. McDonald's has the best breakfast out of all of these. But no, burgers, don't go to McDonald's for burgers. If you are, I can't. This is good though. I think Culver's takes it. Oh, this is excellent. All right. Yep. We did it. So, I'm proud of me. I should probably clean up that McDonald's I shoved across my filming studio. So yeah. I'll see you next time. Back to you, Anthony. Thank you, Anthony. We'll go to a quick ad real quick. Stay tuned.
Soviet Attack Insurance. Terms and conditions apply. Please read our 69,420-page long terms of service for all details. The Soviet Union may have collapsed, but you still need to be prepared.
Welcome back. Now we have a great analysis from our professor, Anthony Edelman, who's got something on integrals, probably more missiles. He's a weird guy. Anthony? Welcome back, guys. I'm here again with another little branch of calculus to teach you all. Today we're looking at integrals. Now remember the car, the beautiful oval car. We figured out just how fast it was going. The derivatives here. I now want to figure out, though, how far it went. And I have my two derivatives, the derivative of the first 3 seconds and then the derivative of 3 to 60. Because we're only going to drive for 60 seconds, but we don't know how far we get in that much time. We're not going to break them, because that would mean we have to add a negative in there. We're not negative here in Ohio. So we're going to do the integral now. What is integration? Integration is getting the area under the curve. We have velocity. We're going to get the area under there to get our position or our distance
starting at 0. So we have 80 x. Now to integrate, you add 1 to the power, and then divide by what the power used to be, or what the power is now. Basically the opposite of a derivative. So we get 80 x squared over 2 minus 9x. 2 plus 1 is 3. Divided by 3. That's 40x squared minus 3x cubed. Believe it or not, that's what happened. That was our original formula from the first episode. Right, or the episode where I did derivatives. That's not the first episode. That's I'm starting to lose it here. Anyway, we have our position formula once again. Oops. Y equals. And then, of course, we can put our 3 seconds into this formula now and determine that we have gone 40 times 9, that's x squared, minus 3 times 27, which is x cubed, 3 cubed. We can do a little bit of math here and change this to 9 times 9 because they're both powers of 3. And then we get 40 times 9 minus 9 times 9, which is also equal to 31 times 9. But if you do all of that, you end up with an answer of 279 feet. Just putting feet per second here. Right? We also don't need to worry about the other 57 seconds, so look at our y2. And to integrate that, it's easy. We just add an x, the first power divided by 1, which is x. Then we will look at this one. However, because we're not starting at 0, we have to do it from 3 to 60, which means we take 159 times 60 minus 159 times 3, which is just 159 times 57, which is going to give us the majority of our distance. In fact, a distance of 9,063 feet. Add these together, and you will get. I did this math in my head, I promise. 9,342 feet, which is equal to about 1.77 miles. Haha! Got one of them. 1.77 miles, and that is the distance that our lovely car will travel given these parameters. But stay tuned because I have another one. Get ready for this. Get ready for this. Dun, 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 dun. Oh wait, that might be copyrighted. Oh, grunts. Copyrighted. Oh, man, this is exhausting. They don't pay me enough for this, you know? Should do the super comment or whatever. Donate to my. They didn't even give me tenure. Do you believe that? I also worked out today, though, so yeah, looks swole. But anyway, I think it's time. Yeah, I think it's time we get back to. It's in here somewhere. Ha. So, I'm sorry, we have breaking news. More people need to be getting Mystery Warrior Attack insurance. Thanks, guys. You think I don't know that? Useless. Useless, these useless people that I work with. Anyway, back to you, Professor. Please hurry up, though. So we're going to do now, integrate this to get distance. However, there's a trick. The Buffins at College of Ohio have told me our enemies have defenses that'll add a new component to our equation. We need to adjust our 60-degree angle now and make it so that our missile still reaches the target. To do that, we're going to integrate. We're going to get our y is equal to 1176 times x squared. We're going to cosine theta minus x cubed. Because the 3 gets divided away, right? Now, remember how long it takes to get there? 1/2 an hour. We're working in hours here. So we can do y equals 1176 times 1/4, because that's x, or that's 1/2 squared, you get 1/4, times the cosine of theta. Cosine theta minus 1/8. Because 1/8 is 1/2 cubed. Then, remember, we're trying to go 208 miles, so 208.125, we're going to add our 1/8 is equal to 1176 over 4. Let's radical cosine theta. Let's go up here in the sky, and we know that then 208.125 divided by 1176 and makes these burgers. 1176 times a fourth is equal to radical cosine theta. This number right here that we get is 70.74, and then if we square that, we get 0.5005, which is cosine theta. We have to square both sides, so we get this. Now, finally, we can determine that the angle theta, do the inverse sine over here, the angle theta is 59.967 degrees, which is only a difference. Delta theta being 0.33 degrees. Same as my temperature.
Not another one. Well, hopefully we can get our professor back in a timely manner. And hopefully that guy doesn't come over here. We'll go to our final story of the day, which is Chief Meteorologist Anthony Edelman has a weather update, which is probably from a cruise ship or something. Anthony?
Thank you, Anthony. I'm here in Nassau, about Columbus, and it's 80 degrees, partly cloudy. You can see Venice from here. It's very, very nice.
Have a good night.
Previously on the Ohio News.
Wait, breaking news. There's a mysterious figure who's been spotted in our studio. I'm not sure who this person is, but we will keep an eye on him.
Are you the leader? Because this show is at an end. No one cares about Ohio. I will end you and this show. Do not come back here. Do not record again. Or else it might be the last thing you do. Hello. I am the Ohio Warrior.
Please don't hurt me. Please.
Hurt, I'm here to defend you.
Oh, okay.
Nobody hurts the Ohio News on my watch.
Junior correspondent Anthony Edelman has been fired. We don't really know where he is. Dude, you alright?
from our studios in suburban Cincinnati, this is the Ohio News with lead anchor Anthony Edelman.
Hello and welcome to the Season 1 finale of the Ohio News. I'm lead anchor, Anthony Edelman. Today we have plenty of stories to bring you, but first, our top story. Thank you to our junior correspondent who all this time was protecting the show as the Ohio Warrior. In honor of his service and defending the Ohio News, I hereby will promote him back to his role because we don't really have any openings, but your rehired junior correspondent, Anthony Edelman of the Ohio News. Congratulations. Now on to our next story. Actually, we're going to give junior correspondent Anthony Edelman a Civilization update, the final Civilization 5 update for Season 10 and possibly Season 10, Season 1. Man, I'm shaken up. Whew. The final Civilization update of Season 1 of the Ohio News. Anthony, take it away.
It is time to win all of the possible ways to win the game of Civilization in the same turn. Ready for this? There's number one. Oh boy. Look at that, we did it. I have never done this before.
Victory through mastery of science. You have conquered the mysteries of nature and led your people on a voyage to a brave new world. Your triumph will be remembered as long as the stars burn in the night sky.
I've never seen that before. Go beyond Earth. Huh. I think I won. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I'm Caesar. That makes sense. One more turn? How about not one more turn? But instead, let's assign some delegates. Oh wait, me. Committed. And then, why don't we take out the English? They're a bit of a thorn in my side. Let's take out the English. Yeah. Let's finish that off here. Nothing will happen here, right? We take out the English.
You have triumphed over us. The day is yours.
Oh, thanks. Puppet? Oh wait, but something did just happen, because guess what? I have just won a tourism victory. Let's go. And I've already won the space victory, but tourism victory go burr. And let's not stop there. We have a tourism victory, but why not also get a military conquest victory? Yeah, Aztecs. You know what would be funny? If I just walked in here and took your capital, because I can. Because you're not very strong. Sorry, Aztecs. Puppet. Then let's walk over here. Let's take the Dutch capital as well. I'm sorry, Dutch. I like you guys. I'm only going to take your capital so I can win the game. It'll be quick and easy. Yeah. One plane and one mobile stand. Just walk in there. Take care of that. Honestly, it's more of an Angelus, if anything. We just need to walk in there and take it. Simple as that, right? Don't even take any damage. Come on, man. Walk in. You got this. Let's go.
The world has been convulsed by war.
Haha.
Many great and powerful civilizations have fallen.
Yes,
You have survived.
I have survived.
Victorious.
So
The
now,
world will long remember your glorious triumph.
aha, there it is. Look at that. We have 2 victories here, plus tourism victory, which won't show, but we have a tourism victory. And now, let's go next turn. Nothing could possibly happen next turn, right? That would cause me to win the game again. Let's go. Let's see who won the World Congress vote. Man, I need an auto-clicker. Aha! Would you look at that? Siam has been elected world leader unanimously. All these people I'm at war with still voted for me to be the leader. Isn't that awesome? That's 4 victories. I have won a tourism victory. I have won a domination victory. I have won a space victory. And finally, a diplomatic victory. Look at that. I have won everything there is to win. I just can't stop winning. And I feel like it's a good spot to end it for me.
Thank you so much, Anthony, for that update. I'm so glad that you have achieved victory in your Civilization game as well as victory over that Mystery Warrior. Now we'll go to our senior correspondent, Anthony Edelman, with an update about a bartender, a local Ohio bartender who might be sharing his secret recipe. Anthony? Well, thank you, Anthony. I'm here today with a bunch of mints in my pocket, if you can't hear them, but also I have a very important update from the famed bartender, Russell Vodkabrook. And we asked him, he refused to appear on camera, unfortunately, but we asked him if he would share his famed Vodkabrook special recipe. And he said no. So he said no. There's no way we're going to get him on to do it. Maybe if you like and do the subscribes and so forth, if we get enough people to demand it in the comments, the Vodkabrook special recipe, maybe, just maybe, he'll come on the show and give it to us. That's not a guarantee, but that is a hope and dream of yours truly. So yeah, do the things, beg in the comments. We'll start a poll on our Discord probably, and I really hope that he reconsiders and comes on. I hear the superior drink itself, hashtag not sponsored yet, is a part of the recipe. Back to you, Anthony. Should have seen that coming. Well, we'll go on to what might be the last ad for the show. Who knows? But we'll be back in a second. I'm going to tie him to the table here. Enjoy the ads.
Ohio Warrior Insurance. Terms and conditions apply. Please read our 69,420-page long terms of service for all details. You may incur fees if not an Ohio citizen. Defending Ohio.
Welcome back. We're going to go now to our chief meteorologist, Anthony Edelman, with an update on the weather. He's probably on an island somewhere. Take it away, Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony. We're here at sea in the Atlantic Ocean, and it's 77 degrees. The sun is setting here, and I just have to say, you guys in Ohio are missing out on this weather. Would recommend working remotely as a weatherman. You need to get in on this. Everybody, Ohio news stations, we need to do this more. Thank you so much for indulging me on this remote work. We'll call it remote work. Back to you, Anthony.
As expected, Anthony, please come back to Ohio and give us the weather for Ohio. We'll go now to our second to last story here for the Ohio News, Season 1. We have our food enthusiast, the local Ohio enthusiast, who today will be taste testing fries in a blind taste test to determine not only which fry is which, but the best fry in Ohio. Anthony. Hey, Anthony. I'm the local fries enthusiast here in Ohio, and today I have 4 good, well, I don't know if I call them all good, but, 3 good and 1 okay fry places here in Ohio. Fast food restaurants. We have Culver's, we have McDonald's, we have Wendy's, and of course, famous for their fries. And not just Ohio, but the entire United States, Five Guys, burgers, and fries. I'm going to be taste testing these all once again in a blind taste test. So, it's easier than last time. We got to start cutting this out. Don't comment that I should get a better blindfold, because this is not a tank top. I swear it's a blindfold, and I will unsubscribe you if you do that. Actually, I won't do that. Comment whatever you want. Just be nice. Oh, man. Thanks for watching, by the way. This is just hard to watch. I mean, I'm about ready to quit and just give up. Okay, we got it. This is how seriously we take our content here at the Ohio News. I've got to be perfectly blindfolded. All right, so we're going to place them in alphabetical order, starting with Culver's, then Five Guys, McDonald's, and Wendy's. And here we go. A little spin. Spin again. And one more time. I don't know if the spins are working or not, but because I don't know if the spins are working, they could have spun far or not. So we'll grab one here, and I will see what these are. Immediately feeling Wendy's. Not sponsored, but A&W root beer would recommend. Only root beer that I will drink, and I swear by that. All right, next up we have. Wow, that is greasy. That means it must be Five Guys. It's too easy. Oh, those are good. They're a bit undercooked. They could be crispier, but the potato, the salt, the oil. Oh. These are Five Guys, so let's put them down there. So that means that I have McDonald's and Culver's left. And this is the shoestring. This is McDonald's. McDonald's has terrible, awful, no good, very bad hamburgers. Really good breakfast. Fries are pretty good. Pretty good. M. We have W, M, F, and finally, definitely Culver's. Where's Culver's? Yeah, crinkle cut. It's too easy. You know, I'm normally not a fan of the crinkle cut because there's more potato, but I think these actually win. No way. Because the crinkle creates more ridges, which is more, it's more surface area to be breaded by the fries. Culver's does breading so well. I think these are the best. Culver's wins again. These aren't even good. I swear by these being the worst side at Culver's. I will get cheese curds, I will get pretzel bites, I will never get these. And yet, they're the best. Okay. And this is Culver's. Yeah. That was easy. Do we need to invade Wisconsin? Culver's just has the best of everything. I think we gotta invade Wisconsin, guys. Can we get on that? Where's the professor at? We got a battle plan? Seriously, we need this in Ohio. We need to own it. Alright, anyway, we'll talk more about this when it's not being broadcast to our viewers. It's been my pleasure. Culver's wins. Five Guys probably comes in next. Then McDonald's and then Wendy's, I think. They're not bad. They're just really soggy. They didn't cook them all the way. So I'm knocking them for that. Five Guys would have won had they actually cooked their fries all the way through. But we got floppy stuff here. They're really not cooked. If they were a bit more crispy, they could have beaten out Culver's. But as it is, that's my ranking, actually, just like that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Back to you, Anthony. Thank you, Anthony. And our final story for all of season 1 of the Ohio News, we have a special guest, my best friend, Aiden Ensley. Hey there, Aiden. How's it going?
Good, Anthony. How are you been, man?
I'm a lot better now. I'm so glad that mystery warrior met his demise at the hands of our glorious Ohio warrior.
Yeah, I've got my Ohio shirt on here today and my Ohio hat, so I'm all Ohio'd out for you.
So, what are your thoughts on Ohio?
Well, I never thought I could see Ohio the way that you look at it. It's very interesting to see the way that you rate everything and with the weather. It's funny to see your point of view on Ohio.
And me and all my fellow co-hosts. It's not just me, of course.
Uh-huh.
So did you enjoy season 1?
Yeah, I really did enjoy season 1. I would say a couple of my favorite parts were the first thing was the Skittles taste testing. I thought that was really interesting. How many did you get right? What was it, like 1 or 2?
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
I
okay.
switched lemon and lime.
Yeah, 3 out of 5. Yeah, I thought that was interesting, and I want to try that myself sometime. And then the other thing in season 1, I thought it was funny that when you got shot.
Well, I didn't think that was very funny, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. I am here to entertain, after all. Could you perhaps do the weather, though? Our weather guy has been just completely AWOL on a cruise ship, and he's not being very helpful. Do you think you could do the Ohio weather?
Absolutely, I could do the weather. So I live just north. I live in Dayton, Ohio, which is about an hour north from where Anthony lives in Cincinnati. So I'd be happy to do the Dayton weather for you sometime.
So what clouds are out right now?
Oh, like do the weather right now?
Yeah. No, this is a test run. What are the clouds? Tell me
Oh,
what
the
they are.
clouds. They're cumulonimbus. Yeah.
No, those are stratus clouds. You're not. You didn't get the job. Nice. Maybe next time. I'll hire you to report
it's
on.
a little overcasty, pretty windy. Yeah. Is that good?
No. Maybe you can do the sports instead.
Yeah, I can do sports. Yeah.
So are you looking forward to season 2?
I am looking forward to season 2. Interested to see what you got planned up.
You know, you might actually be featured in some more segments here in season 2, so I hope everybody's looking forward to season 2 of the Ohio News. Thank you for your time, Aiden.
Sounds good. Thanks, Anthony.
And that about does it here for us here at the Ohio News for season 1. For all of us here at the Ohio News, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching all of this. This took a lot of time and effort. This has been years in the making. Truly years in the making. Season 2 is already in production. Season 3 is in scripting. It's mostly written out. So please stay tuned for season 2 in a number of months, and season 3 in a year or so probably. This stuff truly takes a lot of work to put on. Thank you so much to all of the viewers. Thank you to all the Ohioans. Thank you to everyone who's moved to Ohio because of this show. You are greatly appreciated. And I'll see you all in season 2. Have a good night. It's bonus content.
From our studios in suburban Cincinnati, this is the Ohio News with lead anchor Anthony Edelman.
Hello and welcome to a special bonus episode of the Ohio News. I'm lead anchor Anthony Edelman. Now for our top story today. April Fools! There is really no bonus episode, but we will have season 2 here in a number of months whenever our editors can finally get that stuff done. So stay tuned for that. And with all that said, thank you so much for being here for season 1, and please do stick around for season 2 and all of the gaming content that our junior correspondent has on this channel. It's a lot of fun to make. It's a lot of fun to know that you're all enjoying that content. So from the bottom of all of our hearts here at the Ohio News, thank you so much. And let's do a little outro montage. I think that would be fun. You got it? Yeah. And now, just like that, we're joined by the one and only singer-songwriter, Anthony Weedle.
No, it's my pleasure. You.
And once again, it's a beautiful day in Ohio.
Oh, hey, thank you, Anthony. I'm back here once again to tell you about some really fun professory stuff. Today, it's nothing other than statistics.
Will you be coming to the Ohio meetup? The Ohio News fans really need to know.
It depends.
In fact, it was cheese that won the race for food in Ohio.
Sun's setting here,